Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you my weekly review.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here, meeting my icon, Catherine Isabel here.
Across the streams of hopes and dreams where things are really not. Come along if you can. Come along if you dare.
Have a good one.
Take a ride to the
Cheers, guys.
inside of your mind. But please realize you'll probably be surprised.
Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you another movie review. This time we're going to be talking about Bride of Chucky.
Well, hello, Dolly.
Chucky's back. But this time, there's more to fear. Because this time, he's got a playmate of his own. Bride of Chucky.
So yeah, Bride of Chucky came out in 1998, and of course, again, starred Brad Dourif voicing Chucky, as well as the introduction of Jennifer Tilly's Tiffany. This one is notorious for sort of switching up the formula a little bit for the Child's Play films. Because in the first three, he is after some kid looking to get into their body and switching himself out of the doll and stuff like that. This one we're introduced to an old flame of, Charles Lee Ray's, of course, Tiffany, and then, she tries to bring him back in a certain way because, he had supposedly left a ring for, years ago before he was, shot down. But pretty much turns out that that was just a ring he had stolen, no, intentional, marriage significance to it or anything, so that kind of crushes her heart. But Chucky ends up basically putting her in a doll, so they're in it together, and, they're forced to, reignite old passions. So yeah, Bride of Chucky. It's also known for taking sort of a more humorous and, sort of self-aware turn in the series, whereas, the first three, they definitely had their funny moments for sure, but, they kind of took the story pretty seriously. But with this one, it's kind of a little more comedic with it. It's a little bit more campy. It's still very much like a horror comedy, of course, but it's definitely more based on the dark humor of it, I suppose. Now I was curious to see how I was going to feel about this one. It's one of them I should have watched a long time ago. I should have seen the whole Child's Play franchise a long time ago, but I'm just getting through it now. Yay me. But yeah, I'm happy I'm finally getting to it because Bride of Chucky I actually really liked a lot. Up until now, my favorite was probably Child's Play 2, but now that I've seen this one, I'm actually debating. I don't know if this is true or not, but I read on IMDb this is apparently Brad Dourif's personal favorite film in the series, which is cool. And I can see why. I mean, maybe this movie, it doesn't really have the best kills, I wouldn't say that, but what makes this film is the direction they take, because I like Child's Play 1. I didn't think it was the best necessarily, but I really like Child's Play 2, and I even like Child's Play 3. But as I was watching Child's Play 3, I always thought that, okay, something kind of needs to reinvigorate it, needs to kind of re-energize it or something, because it's starting to get a little bit repetitive with the plot. So I actually think this is a good timing here for him to take a new direction like this. It feels fresh, and what really makes this movie is definitely, of course, Chucky and Tiffany. Their banter back and forth is just hilarious. I could watch them, the two of them, locked in a room arguing all night. Just their back and forth and, chemistry with each other, I guess you could say, is quite entertaining. It turns into kind of like a road trip thing for the serial killers, because Jennifer Tilly's character Tiffany had known this guy who's tied in some other stuff in the movie, which we'll talk about briefly in a minute. Because they have to get to Chucky's body to get this amulet to try and get themselves out. Because basically Chucky had stuck Tiffany in there to put her in the same situation so she could help him. Yeah, there's just some hilarious scenes in this movie. I'm trying to think of all of them right now, but it's kind of difficult. But it's like they snap at each other, but then they'll kind of have this weird sort of love and connection and bond with each other at the same time. It's not any worse of a relationship than Harley Quinn and the Joker. So think about that for a second. But yeah, that's what really makes the movie to me. And then you also have Katherine Heigl as Jade, and then you have Nick Stable as Jesse. There are regular characters in the movie. They're sort of forced to find other ways to be together because the uncle doesn't want them together. It's a kind of a rich family versus Jesse, who's like a more of a normal person in society, I guess. It was alright, it definitely wasn't the best part of it, but luckily it doesn't drag it or anything. The movie went by really fast for me. And, well, by far the most satisfying part is when Chucky and Tiffany work together to kill the uncle, who keeps interfering with shit. With the nails and everything in the van. But yeah, this movie went by pretty fast for me as well. I was enjoying it so much that when I finally checked how long was left, I think it was about almost just a half an hour left, which was kind of surprising to me. It was only about an hour and a half, I think, but still, when you watch something, you go, oh wait, it's already been almost an hour. What happened? You can tell that's when you're actually enjoying it and sort of, into it. So yeah, I really like Child's Play, Bride of Chucky quite a bit. And Chucky apparently is the brand name after this. It's not Child's Play anymore, but I'm still going to say Child's Play franchise. But yeah, I really like this one. There's also a sex scene in this, which I'll never forget. It's one of the most touching and romantic sex scenes in cinema history, for sure. Of course, Chucky and Tiffany have sex because apparently there are things that still, work, because Chucky has those organs and, how the flesh works, we've seen in other movies, so of course it makes sense that he could still, enjoy himself if he can, if he has a chance anyway. But yeah, Jennifer Tilly was quite cute and fun as Tiffany, and yeah, I like the whole scene at the end. She ends up fighting Chucky, because they, like I said, they end up they're their own worst enemies, really. But maybe Tiffany isn't so bad of a person. She's not quite as far gone as Charles Lee Ray is, but who knows? She's still driven pretty psychotic here. I even liked her as a human, so I'm kind of looking forward to the next one. Even though I've heard even less favorable views of Seed of Chucky, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, tell me your favorite part of the movie. We can talk more about it. I'm giving Bride of Chucky a B+ or A- actually, which is a lot higher than I expected to rate it. But I think it's one of my favorites, or perhaps my favorite in the franchise at this point. We'll see. But yeah, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.